The following is a proud production presented by the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network welcomes you to the Planters' first round ball game of the week. We would also like to thank our other broadcast sponsors, Sonic America's Drive-In, Com South, Brennan Outfitters, Harry Ford, Spherion Staffing, Spillers Orthodontics, House and Lake Country Club, Mike's Golf Carts, Paul and Casey Elmore, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics, and Bill and Laura Amos, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics. Now it's time for the Spherion pregame show, fueled by the Applebee's and Perry pregame meal, with your hosts Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Hornets Nest. I'm Brett Taylor, alongside me, Kenny Kofer, and we're here to start the 2015-2016 basketball season here for the Hornets, Kenny. And it's going to be a matchup tonight of the Frederica Knights versus the Westfield Hornets here inside the Hornets Nest. And the Lady Hornets will get things tipped off here tonight to start the season, at least for us, as they've already played 3 games. They're 1-2 on the young season, and they've got some returning starters, returning firepower. They lost probably a key player last year in Chelsea Whaley, and but you know they do have Unique Tuberville, Gracie Duggan, Jackie Bard. So there's a nucleus there for them to work with, and we'll see if some of the young players can develop for the Lady Hornets and Coach Chip Champion.
Yeah, I mean, also another player they lost was Caitlin Mosley.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you lost a couple key players over the past couple years, but you know Westfield does a good job of kind of reloading, if you would say, and they got the talent to make a run here in this Frederica team on their long travels. We know they just arrived a little over half hour ago. So, you know, their legs probably a little cramped, and they don't have too many girls on the team. Looks like they go about 8 deep or so. So they're going to be tired, and it'll be interesting to see how in shape these girls are on both squads here early in this season and how it will affect their stamina and how it will impact this game. But for Westfield, like you said, Brett, Jackie Bard is probably going to be one of your most pure scorers going in here this evening for Westfield, and as well as Unique Tuberville. I mean, Unique, we've seen what she can do over the past 2 years. She's a big presence down low with a rebounding, but she can also stretch it out. She's kind of the Al Horford of the Lady Hornets, if you will, where she's got the ability to play inside and out, and she's probably an all-region type player here for Westfield. Yeah,
there's no doubt about that, and I tell you what, it should be interesting here tonight because Westfield is, as we said, kind of mixed with some young and some older players. And, you know, it's just one of those things early on in the year. You never know what you're going to get out of a team that's kind of trying to find itself and come together. And right now, you know, that's exactly where the Lady Hornets find themselves. They're just trying to get themselves, you know, in a winning groove or whatnot.
So this is the Spherion pregame show, as Westfield will play host here tonight to the Frederica Academy Lady Knights, all the way out of St. Simons, and it's a long way to drive for a basketball game here at the end of the weekend.
Absolutely, it's a long way to drive, and then also we've heard that they're going to have to make a trip over to Albany as well, and you know that's just a tough stretch of games to tie together. And right now, the Lady Hornets can take advantage of that long trip on the front end and see if they can't send these Lady Knights home with a loss and get them, you know, the Lady Hornets well on their way to a good season here, as this is an out-of-region contest.
Yeah, get you ready for that tough region play. And I don't know if we want to go ahead and get into the House and Lake Country Club keys to the game, brought to you by House and Lake Country Club. And that first and foremost, rebound the basketball. That's going to be big. I think Unique Tuberville down low and Gracie Duggan are going to be 2 players to watch out here for Westfield tonight to really make their impact on the glass and open things up and transition and get the ball moving back the other way. The second is put the heat on defense. I think for Westfield, without the true proven scorer right now, they are going to have to really, really depend on their defense. A lot of low-scoring games. I know they played, I believe it was Crisp Academy and a couple others so far, and they've really depended on that defense. So they're going to have to kind of choke off, kind of play a Big Ten-style basketball, and then also the field goal shooting percentage. Make sure you're taking good, solid, wide-open shots. You want to get the ball into the best position you can, move the basketball around the wing, and then dump it inside to some of your more steady players and not put the pressure so much on these youngins.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and give yourself a chance to compete early. And as you said, don't put the pressure on the young girls that you may have and take advantage of some of the the veterans that you have on the team, because they're those that you can lean on and when you need to go to bucket, so to speak, and get some points. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the rest of the Spherion pregame show. You're listening to Westfield Hornet Lady Basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you are lost in a new area, you stop and ask a local. Likewise, when you are searching for a one-of-a-kind employee to support your business, you ask a staffing local who knows the community. We're Spherion, a 65-year-old workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Michael and Kim Chalmers and their team know the Middle Georgia area better than anyone. More than a business, this is our home, and we're on a first-name basis with the skilled administrative, hospitality, light industrial, call center, and professional talent who live in our community. Gain a local hiring advantage. Call Spherion at 478-956-1700 or find us on Facebook at Spherion Middle Georgia. Spherion would like to wish the Westfield Hornets a successful 2015 season.
Spiller's Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you are an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
Welcome back to the Planners First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Spherion pregame show on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. We're almost set for action between the Frederica Academy Lady Knights and the Westfield Lady Hornets here from the Hornets Nest, where this will be the first home game of the season for the Westfield Lady Hornets. Already played 3 road games, coming in at 1-2 on the young season. And we'll go ahead and jump into our starting lineups, brought to you by Spiller's Orthodontics, where great smiles begin. And the starters for the Westfield Lady Hornets, they'll line up like this. At guard will be number 4, Camille Ledford. Also at guard, number 21, Jackie Bard. The forwards, number 32, Unique Tuberville. Number 13, Molly Tolbert. And number 20, Gracie Duggan. Those are your starters for the Lady Hornets. And for the visiting Lady Knights will be number 2, Piper O'Quinn. Number 4, Sims O'Quinn. Number 11, Brooke Bourne. And number 15, Maggie Holt. As well as number 30, Aubrey Malden. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Spiller's Orthodontics, where great smiles begin. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break and come back with more as we get ready for the tip-off here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you are lost in a new area, you stop and ask a local. Likewise, when you are searching for a one-of-a-kind employee to support your business, you ask a staffing local who knows the community. We're Spherion, a 65-year-old workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Michael and Kim Chalmers and their team Know the Middle Georgia area better than anyone. More than a business, this is our home, and we're on a first-name basis with the skilled administrative, hospitality, light industrial, call center, and professional talent who live in our community. Gain a local hiring advantage. Call Spherion at 478-956-1700 or find us on Facebook at Spherion Middle Georgia. Spherion would like to wish the Westfield Hornets a successful 2015 season.
Spiller's Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you are an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
Welcome back to the Planners First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Spherion pregame show on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. We're almost set to start the Westfield Game of the Week here, the Round Ball Game of the Week, brought to you by Planners First Bank. We gave you our Spillers Orthodontics starting lineups, and now we'll go ahead and get into our uniforms brought to you by Graphic Guys of Georgia. Westfield will be decked out in their home whites with gold Lady Hornets on the front and green numerals on the front and back with green trim down the sides. And Frederica, a very similar color scheme to the Westfield Lady Hornets, will be in there all greens with white trim. White Frederica on the front with white numbers on the front and the back. So those are our uniforms brought to you by Graphic Guys of Georgia on Houston Lake Road in Warner Robins. So Brett, we're almost ready to start the basketball season here for us as things are getting underway and football's over now. It's time for the get inside the gym and get on the hardwood.
Yeah, absolutely, as we get ready for the Mike's Golf Carts tip here. And you're so funny, Kenny. Sorry. Kenny's having trouble with the iPhone trying to get the stats ready. But
all right,
looks like number 4 for the Lady Knights is going to be tipping. And the ball is tipped, and Westfield comes down with it, does Jackie Bard. So they'll set things up here for the Lady Hornets. Camille Ledford drives in, looks to pass into Gracie Duggan. It hits off Frederica, number 15 there, Maggie Hott. And it goes out of bounds, and Westfield will gain possession yet again as we're into the Applebee's first quarter here. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring our first quarter. Looks like there's a foul there on the play as Gracie Duggan is fouled on her drive inside, so Westfield will take the basketball out underneath the goal here to start
good
this
job.
First part of the first quarter.
Good job by Westfield moving the basketball around, trying to get their best players in position.
Tuberville drives inside. Her shot is up. No good. Rebound down to the Lady Knights. Trying to look ahead in transition. Number 30, Aubrey Malden, sets things back up. She throws it right wing to number 11, Brooke Bourne. Bourne at the top of the key. Passes over to Malden. Malden comes back here to the top of the key. And she's going to drive right wing. Look to pass inside. Turn around there, trying to get it inside into the lane. And the ball is tipped away right there by number 13, Molly Tolbert, but it's turned back over to Malden as she comes up. Shot is up and good. And they're going to count it as a 3. Looked like a foot was on the line. They're going to have a little bit of a conversation about it. I think this might be turned back into a 2-pointer.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It is a 2-pointer, so they give it to her just inside the line there. But a good shot, and she is a good-looking player.
Having trouble yet?
Just a little bit, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it.
As Tuberville gets it in, back to Tuberville. And Ledford going to bring it up here for the Hornets. Gets it over to Jackie Bard. Bard double dribbles.
No call. Jackie knew it. She even smiled right there in the ref's face. That was pretty funny.
As Jackie has it back at the top of the key, almost stolen away, gets it over to Tuberville.
There's another.
Tuberville drives in, right baseline. Shot is up, no good. Rebound down to the Knights. And Brooke Bourne has the ball tipped away. No foul called on the play, but it will stay with the Lady Knights.
I'll tell you what, Brett, they missed 2 double dribbles right there from Westfield, and Westfield got away with that one. That's all I can say on that.
As Aubrey Malden brings the ball up. for the Lady Knights. Number 11 here, Brooke Bourne at the top of the key over to the right wing. She's going to shoot a three, and her shot is true. And the Lady Knights lead 5-0 here early with 6:20 to go first quarter. Jackie Bard tries to pass the ball, has it tipped away by Malden. And the Lady Knights get it yet again. Number 11, Brooke Bourne, has it at the top of the key, setting things up here for the Lady Knights.
They look good so far. The Lady Knights, they're playing great defense and hitting some timely shots.
Yeah, no jet lag coming up from Frederica.
They lead here 5-0, just 2 minutes into this game.
Pass inside, being double team right there. And that's number 4, Sims.
That should be a 5-second.
Should be. And it
There it
is. And Westfield will get the basketball here on the turnover. As Kenny said, Westfield playing great defense down there. Gracie Duggan was involved. And Westfield will get the basketball back as Tuberville inbounds it to Jackie Bard. Bard going to dribble. She loses control of it, trying to look up court. And Bourne gets the basketball. Her shot is up and no good. Rebound down to the Knights, and we're going to get a walk on the play. So that was number 15, Maggie Hott, and she kind of did the old up and down move and didn't have anywhere to go. Good defense right there by the Lady Hornets on the rebound.
Yeah, that was a good job by Westfield as they forced the turnover. Now they're coming full court press. They break it.
Finally break the press, and Camille Ledford goes in. A little out of control. Ball off the backboard, and Gracie Duggan comes down with a rebound and will be fouled. She will go to the free throw line for a chance to finally get Westfield on the board here.
Yeah, Westfield's really struggling here early. 2.5 minutes into this game, they don't have a bucket. And they're going to call that actually on the floor. So, no, I don't know who got that foul there.
I did not see as the ball is thrown into Molly Tolbert. She gets it over to Ledford inside to Duggan, and Duggan has the ball stripped away. Westfield trying to work the inside so far and just nothing going as Jackie Bard trails Malden there. Almost fouled her from behind, and rebound's going to be down to Molly Tolbert. Tolbert looked like she stepped on the line, but still gets it to Tuberville just in time. Tuberville going to bring it up for the Lady Hornets. Gets it to Ledford, right wing. Ledford back to Tuberville, over to Bard. Bard all the way across court, over to Ledford, back to Tuberville, top of the key, out to Bard. And I tell you what, Tuberville's not really playing much of a forward position, more like guard here in this offense so far. Turnover in transition, good defense right there by Tuberville on the drive inside by number 11, Bourne. And Westfield forces the inbounds play, but Coach Chip Champion going to take a quick timeout here for the Lady Hornets, so we'll take a break with them. You're listening to Hornet Basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
When you are lost in a new area, you stop and ask a local. Likewise, when you are searching for a one-of-a-kind employee to support your business, you ask a staffing local who knows the community. We're Spherion, a 65-year-old workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Michael and Kim Chalmers and their team know the Middle Georgia area better than anyone. More than a business, this is our home, and we're on a first-name basis with the skilled administrative, hospitality, light industrial, call center, and professional talent who live in our community. Gain a local hiring advantage. Call Spherion at 478-956-1700 or find us on Facebook at...
And we're back as Westfield is going to try to defend this inbounds play, and the ball goes way over the goal. Rebound back down here to the Lady Knights. Sims O'Quinn was able to come up with that one. And Bourne going to shoot a three here from the right wing, in and out. And I tell you what, her shot looks really good. Rebound down to O'Quinn, and her shot is off the mark. Westfield comes away with the basketball.
Yeah, good job by Westfield right there, getting in there and getting the rebound.
Gracie Duggan all the way across court here to Jackie Bard. Back out to Ledford. Ledford over to Duggan. Duggan back out to Ledford. And they'll set things back up here. Bard throws it all the way over to Duggan. Duggan going to jump shot. No good off the backboard. Rebound down to number 11, Bourne. He drives it.
Sorry, Brett. Westfield still scoreless here halfway through the first quarter.
3:54 to go here in the first quarter. Westfield trails 5-0 as Bourne's going to try to set things back up here at the top of the key here for the Lady Knights. She's really been their entire offense here as well as her shot is up, no good off the front iron. Rebound down to Molly Tolbert. Tolbert turns and gets it ahead in transition. Ledford drives inside. Her shot is up and good, and Westfield finally gets on the scoreboard on a Camille Ledford layup in transition. Good job by Molly Tolbert right there, Kenny.
Yeah, a good give and go, and created the lane right there for an easy lay-in.
The shot is up and no good by number 15, and that is Maggie Hott. And it looks like the ball is going to come down to the Lady Knights. So the Knights will retain possession with 3:13 here to go in the first quarter. And coming into the game for the Lady Hornets is Winter Williams, Mary Stevens Hayes, and I believe that is going to be a travel on number 15, Maggie Hott. And number 3, that is, goodness gracious.
No, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, they giving the basketball back? They call a foul?
Not sure. Good inbound play, and just missed that one.
Bourne's shot is off the mark. Rebound down to Mary Stevens Hayes as her pass is thrown away. But Westfield finally comes away with it as Jackie Bard has the ball stripped, and the Knights will get it back. Throwing it ahead, and Stevens Hayes comes up with it. Even though that's her middle name, I don't know why I'm calling her Stevens Hayes, but she's got 3 names, so
hey, that's all right.
just used to calling her Mary Stevens Hayes. Tuberville from the right elbow, shot up and no good off the front iron. Rebound down to Hayes, and her shot is up and good. So Westfield cuts it to a 1-point deficit here, 5-4, 2:31 to go here in the first quarter.
Good job by Westfield there, getting in there and coming up with a shot and a make.
That pass is thrown out of bounds by number 30, Aubrey Malden. She was trying to find Bourne on the right block, and Westfield will gain possession here. Hayes inbounds the ball to Jackie Bard. Bard back to Hayes. Hayes over to Williams. Williams trying to throw it all the way across here, and it's going to be tipped away off of the hip of a Westfield player and goes out of bounds here.
So 2:16 left here in this first quarter. 5-4 is your score.
As the Lady Knights will bring it up.
Mary Margaret Gilbert.
Brooke Bourne. That went off of Gilbert's right hip. And that rebounds down to Hayes. I tell you what, she's collected 3 quick rebounds coming in the game here and has the bucket. So Hayes doing a good job on the defensive and offensive end. Ball thrown all the way across court to Hayes. Over to Tuberville at the free throw line. Barr going to drive in. Back over to Hayes. Hayes going to take a shot. Her shot is up and good. And Hayes gives Westfield the lead 6-5. She's got 4 points so far in the game, and she's been in the ball game 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, she's really done a good job of finding the easy shot and knocking it down.
Bourne's shot is up, no good. Rebound down to Jackie Bard for the Lady Hornets. Thrown ahead to Gilbert. Her shot is up and good. And Westfield, all of a sudden, figuring out how to make things happen here in transition. We'll stay here as the Lady Hornets lead 8-5 with 1:17 to go. And Kenny, I tell you what a difference substitutions can make in a game.
Oh, no doubt. Westfield's bench players have come out and done a really good job. Mary Stevens Hayes, Mary Margaret Gilbert have created the points, and now Westfield goes from not scoring for basically the first 5 minutes to now taking the lead and putting 8 points up in the last minute 45, and they lead here 8-5 with 1:17.
So a great job here by the Lady Hornets. They're doing a really good job, especially on defense, and that's creating a lot of transition opportunities. I believe they have 4 points in transition so far, so half their points coming in transition, and then Mary Stevens Hayes is lighting it up from the mid-range jumper and then also playing very good defense. She has 3 rebounds in the game, and the Lady Hornets find themselves, after trailing most of the first quarter, on top by 3 here, 8-5 with 1:17 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're looking good, Brad. I'm trying to get this this thing
trouble.
Going.
1:17, baby.
Well, I tell you, I've given Molly Tolbert a lot of points, even though Mary Stevens Hayes has been on the floor. So, congratulations, Molly Tolbert. You got yourself a lot of points. But nonetheless, Westfield is doing a great job here. They really weathered the storm early, and now they're figuring it out.
So Malden going to bring it up here for the Lady Knights. Passes it over to number 3. It's Derek, who gets it over to O'Quinn. O'Quinn back to Malden. Over to Derek. She drives inside, has the ball stripped away. She gets it back, shot up, no good. Rebound down to Tuberville. Under a minute here to go in the first quarter. 8-5 your score. Westfield with the basketball. And Jackie Barr going to set things up here for the Lady Hornets. Inside to Tuberville. She turns around, drives, almost walks, but is able to connect on it. And Westfield has a 5-point lead after the layup put in by Unique Tuberville.
Yeah, looking good right now. Westfield in a groove here in this last 30 seconds of the first quarter, leading by 5 points.
So Lady Knights had the ball at the top of the key, trying to run some motion offense, get the ball inside to Malden, and her shot is up and good. She cuts the lead to 3, 10-7 your score after that 2-point shot. Westfield doing a better job of breaking the press. Winter Williams bounce pass, and the ball is intercepted by Malden. She goes out of bounds, so Westfield will retain possession with 14.3, and Ledford and Gracie Duggan coming back in the game for Winter Williams and Unique Tuberville. I guess Coach Champion not wanting to give away a cheap foul here with only 14 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And Bailey Mercer coming in to replace
Bourne.
Brooke Bourne.
Jackie Bard going to set things up here. Gets it out to Duggan. Duggan over to Gilbert, and Malden knocks it away with 11.5 to go.
I'll tell you what, Malden is all over the court. She broke up the last pass play on a good bounce pass from Winter Williams, and there knocked that one away on the far side. Now Westfield with just 11 seconds.
Ledford at the top of the key. Over to Hayes. Hayes back to Ledford. Ledford drives inside, has it stolen away. 3 seconds, not sure they have enough time to get it off. And she does, and it's good. So 10-9 your score here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Hornet Basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel from football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate. Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547. The Westfield School, ready for college, ready for life.
Welcome back to the Planters First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back inside the Hornets' nest as the Hornets lead 10-9 here to start the second quarter. And Westfield will have possession of the basketball here, as on the court for the Lady Hornets is Hayes, Bard, Ledford, Gracie Duggan, and Mary Margaret Gilbert. Ledford going to take a three-point shot. It's up and no good. Rebound down to the Lady Knights. Trapped in the corner, but gets away from it. So Lady Knights will bring it up. Bourne trying to find some room, but it has to bring the ball outside. Her shot is up and no good from the free throw line. That was number 1, Bailey Mercer on the shot, and rebound down to Duggan. Her shot is up, and they're going to call a blocking foul here on the Lady Knights, and Gracie Duggan might be going to the free throw line.
And she will. They're going to call a foul there on Bailey Mercer. That's the first foul here in the second quarter, third overall, and Gracie Duggan will go to the free throw line.
Gracie Duggan going to line things up here for the Lady Hornets. Her shot is off the mark, no good.
So Gracie Duggan missed the first there of 2.
The front end of this 2-shot foul. Second one is up and good, so Westfield now has a 2-point lead in the game. 11-9 your score with 7:24 to go here in the second quarter. And the Lady Knights trail the Lady Hornets here inside the Hornets' nest. Things did not look good for the Lady Hornets first 4.5 minutes of that first quarter, but they have really tightened up on defense. Looks like Unique Tuberville is going to get a foul there on the right wing. A little too aggressive. And bodies up number 4, Sims O'Quinn. And O'Quinn going to draw the foul for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, she did a good job of getting her hands in there, but unfortunately got a little bit of the body as well.
Absolutely.
So for Westfield,
The ball's on the right elbow. Back out to left wing to Malden. Malden has Jackie Bard defending. Ball thrown over to Hott. Back out to Malden. Down to O'Quinn. O'Quinn on the left block. Tries to get it back out to Bourne, and Bourne fumbles it around. Finally gets it. Drives inside. Looked like she walked, but she gets the pass away. And Gracie Duggan comes over top of Bourne as the ball was trying. And the Lady Knights tried to enter it into Bourne, and Gracie Duggan comes over top. The ball will be inbounds underneath the Lady Knights basketball goal as the Hornets trying to cling to an 11-9 lead here with 6:45 to go, second quarter. Ball passed into Hott.
Blocked.
Her shot is blocked by Jackie Bard, but a rebound down to Bourne, and we have a tied ball game, folks.
Yeah, good job. Bourne has been there this entire time, and she puts that back in, and it's all tied up at 11.
Westfield frantically trying to get the ball across the half-court line and throws it away, does Unique Tuberville. Malden gets a nice bounce pass, and the Hornets trail 13-11. Pass into Duggan. Duggan going to drive. Shot is up and good, and Westfield ties it in transition.
But good job getting back down the court there and getting rewarded with the bucket, and again, tied at 13.
13 all your score as the Lady Hornets do a good job in transition, breaking the press and ties the ball game 13 all with 5:56 to go here in the second quarter. The shot is up, no good. Rebound down to Ledford. Ledford going to clear things out. Driving left timeline. Center things back up. Over to Tuberville. Her shot is up and good.
Beautiful shot there from Unique Tuberville, knocking down the three-pointer. The assist there from Ledford, and Westfield up here 16-13. I never saw the 13 basket. No.
For Frederica?
Yeah.
It was inside. I think Malden scored it. Tuberville playing good defense. Ball fumbled away. Somehow Bourne gets it back all the way across to number 2 there. Piper O'Quinn. Rebound down to her sister, I'm assuming, and she's fouled. That's Sims O'Quinn. So she will go to the free throw line. Your score 16-13. Westfield on top. 5:08 to go here in the first half of play. The Lady Hornets led by a point in the end of one, and now lead by 3 after the miss there on the front end. Sims O'Quinn at the line for the Lady Knights. Her second shot is up and no good. Rebound down to Gracie Duggan. Pass ahead to Ledford. Ball tipped away by Malden. It's going to stay with Westfield. 5:01 to go here in the second quarter. The Hornets on top of the Lady Knights of Frederica. Jackie Bard gets it in bounds, drives inside. Her shot is up and no good. Rebound down to Tuberville, and it goes off of her hands out of bounds over to the Lady Knights.
Good shot, though, by Jackie. She got in there, had a good-looking shot right there at the free throw line, just came up empty, and now Westfield still holding that three-point lead. But Malden is a dangerous basketball player here for the Lady Knights.
Not sure what's going on.
The clock hadn't started, so they'll get it going now. 3:45 or 4:45.
Yeah, 4:45. So they'll start things over again here for the Lady Knights as the clock did not start.
Now they'll substitute out here.
It's like number 10, Rebecca Ryden, comes in for, is that number 15, Hott?
That is correct.
Maggie Hott. Ball thrown away and a foul there on Bourne. Nice sportsmanship by Bourne, though, helps Camille Ledford up. And Westfield will get the basketball on the turnover foul. Still in the full court press here are the Lady Knights.
Yeah, they're really putting the pressure, and there they go, forcing the turnover.
Tuberville throws the ball away into Sims O'Quinn, and she misses the chippy, and Westfield comes down with a rebound. Westfield's a lot better against this defense after a missed shot and a defensive rebound than they are after a made basket. Dribbling inside, pass over to Ledford. Her shot is up, no good. And Sims O'Quinn, it's going to go off of her as she tries to save it. Westfield going to retain possession. Jackie Bard coming out of the game as Mary Stevens-Hayes checks in for the Lady Hornets. Gracie Duggan gets the inbounds pass. Pass inside from Molly Tolbert. Ball tipped away, and finally somebody tries for it.
It just rolled across the floor right between both teams.
And Tolbert comes away with it and gets it back out to Tuberville. Stevens Hayes inside to Gracie Duggan. Her shot is off the mark, a little too strong. And Hayes gets in there, fights for the rebound. He fights for the tie-up, gets it, but it will stay with the Lady Knights. Coming in the game will be Gilbert for Gracie Duggan, as the Lady Hornets still lead 16-13. 3:43 to go here in the second quarter.
Hornets hanging on. I mean, as slow as they started, they've done a really good job over the past quarter or so. So it's about the same point in the first.
Good knockaway right there by Hayes, but Malden comes up with it, and a nice bounce. Nice shot off the backboard there. 16-15 your score.
Yeah, I don't know how she made that. Tough angle.
Good pass right there by Hayes.
Oh.
Inside to Tolbert, and Tolbert has it blocked by Malden from behind. That's hard to see right there, but a good pump fake might have gotten her up in the air past her, and then she could have laid it up.
Yeah, it was a good job by Malden. As I said, she hustles all over the floor and has since the beginning of this game here tonight, and continues to do a good job. Tuberville going to inbound the basketball down low off the hands. Tuberville was standing out on the baseline, out of bounds, so a turnover by Westfield.
So Westfield turns the basketball over to the Lady Knights, and the Hornets clinging to a 1-point lead with 3:11 to go here in the first half. It's been a tight ball game, defensive affair. Pass out to O'Quinn, over to Malden. Malden over to number 2, Piper O'Quinn. She being pressured by Camille Ledford. They're going to give her a tie-up around the body. I'm surprised at that. Westfield's going to get the basketball.
Yeah, that was good job there, though, by Westfield and Camille Ledford forcing the turnover. And now Westfield will get the ball back here, leading by a point.
And Winter Williams will bring it up for the Lady Hornets. She gets over to Ledford, inside to Gilbert. Gilbert fights, and her shot is off the mark. Rebound down to Malden. Malden dribbling it ahead aggressively, looking for her shot. It's up and no good, but they're going to call a foul. A block on the play. Malden going to go to the free throw line for a chance to take the lead here for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, Westfield's gone with their backup players here on this go-round, and right now they're having a little bit of trouble keeping up.
So her shot is up, no good, off the mark. Her second one is up and good, and now it's a tied ball game here as Malden connects on the second of the 2 shots at the free throw line. And the Knights going to get back in their defense. Ball thrown away by Ledford. I think Westfield gets a little bit out of sorts trying to break this press and hurry a little too much. And with a tied ball game, 2:30 left here in the second quarter, the Lady Hornets can ill afford to turn the basketball over so easily.
Yeah, they're in a tie ball game now with just over 2 minutes to go, and there's some good defense.
Good defense inside by Tuberville as Malden has the basketball out on the left wing, passes it back out to O'Quinn at the top of the key, over to Bourne right wing. They're just going to hold the basketball and pass it around the outside here with right at 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Then Malden, no-look passes out of bounds. She's trying to find Bourne on the play, but Bourne was about 2 feet away from where she threw it.
Looks like Westfield has a substitution. Jackie Bard coming in to replace Ledford.
That ball is thrown away again, and Bourne drives in and takes the lead here for the Lady Knights. Good defense by the Lady Knights. They're pressuring the basketball, and Westfield is not handling it well. Winter Williams going to pass it and finally get across the half-court line over to Jackie Bard, back out to Williams, and Williams going to pump fake, drives inside, passes. Her shot is off the mark, rebound down to Tuberville, and Tuberville, they're going to call a tie-up. Wow. So the ball is going to go over to the Lady Knights. I did not see a tie-up on the play. I saw a block, but not a tie-up.
So we only got 1:34 here before halftime, with Westfield trailing now by 2. Got our Perry Ford halftime show coming up next. Catch up with Adam Jones and another Adam. Adam Chalmers joined us here. He's on camera. Thank you for his work here this upcoming season.
So pass is inside to Bourne. Bourne throws it all the way across court to Malden. Her shot is up and way long. Rebound down to O'Quinn. O'Quinn out to Bourne. Her shot is up, no good. And Winter Williams tips it away, and they're going to say it stays with the Lady Knights.
So Lady Knights get lucky there. A couple long, not too good of a shot, and now they do still have the basketball here with just 68 seconds left in the opening quarter, or opening half.
Pass in to Malden. Malden drives, gets it back to Bourne. Her shot is off the mark. Rebound down to Tuberville. Tuberville is going to drive right or left timeline. Keeps the basketball over to Gilbert. Her shot is off the mark. And rebound back to Gilbert. Malden is all over the place. And she finally is called for the foul. So with 52 seconds to go here in the first half, Westfield going to sub again, and Hayes, Ledford, and Gracie Duggan going to come in the game for Williams, Gilbert, and Tolbert.
So we got Duggan, Ledford, Tuberville, the whole starters, I believe, out there. Except
besides Hayes. Ledford on the left wing, over to Bard, top of the key, back to Ledford. Over to Bard, over to Hayes. Hayes back out to Bard, over to Ledford. It's dizzying. 3 seconds in the lane on Tuberville, and Westfield.
Turnover there by Westfield.
As the ball is passed across to O'Quinn. O'Quinn is going to give up the tie-up. 19 seconds to go here in the first half, and Westfield is going to get the ball back.
So the Hornets have the ball here to wrap up this first half, hopefully.
As Ledford does a good job of securing that, and she is able to make the transition basket, 18 all. Bourne has the ball stolen away by Tuberville, who gets it to Ledford, and no chance of that going in. But your score at the end of the first half, Westfield and Frederica tied at 18. You listen to Hornet Basketball Network.
Upgrade to that bigger ice cream cone and pay the same price as the small one. Upgrade to first class and pay for Coach. Everyone loves an upgrade, which is why right now ComSouth has a special offer for you. Upgrade your internet speed and pay your current rate for 6 months. Surf the internet, stream your favorites, play more, and pay the same for 6 whole months. ComSouth customers can call your local ComSouth office for more details or go to comsouth.net. ComSouth. Neighbors serving neighbors.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you are lost in a new area, you stop and ask a local. Likewise, when you are searching for a one-of-a-kind employee to support your business, you ask a staffing local who knows the community. We're Spherion, a 65-year-old workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Michael and Kim Chalmers and their team know the Middle Georgia area better than anyone. More than a business, this is our home, and we're on a first-name basis with the skilled administrative, hospitality, light industrial, call center, and professional talent who live in our community. Gain a local hiring advantage. Call Spherion at 478-956-1700 or find us on Facebook at Spherion Middle Georgia. Spherion would like to wish the Westfield Hornets a successful 2015 season.
Jared Brennan here at Perry Ford.
And we're here to give you some very simple advice.
Number one, Perry Ford has 0% financing on all new 2015 models.
That's right, the entire Ford product line. 0% APR for up to 72 months.
Number two, Perry Ford is having a huge summer blowout on all pre-owned vehicles, from Range Rovers to Jeeps.
So why go anywhere else? Come to Perry Ford, the simple experience.
Welcome back to the Planners First Game of the Week and into the Perry Ford Halftime Show on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome into the Perry Ford Halftime Show. Kenny Kofer, Brett Taylor, Adam Jones, and Adam Chalmers here live from the Hornets Nest. And here at halftime, it's tied at 18 between the Lady Hornets and the Lady Knights. And Westfield got off to a very slow start there in the first quarter. Brett only scoring it with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and then once they got going, they did pretty well, and it was really kind of the bench players who stepped up and really got the things going for Westfield. Mary Stephen Tays had a very good start, Molly Talbert as well, and then Camille Ledford, and then some of the starters started really making a difference, especially Unique Tuberville and a couple others. But I'll tell you, the player to watch right now is definitely Aubrey Malden of this Frederica team. She's really, really hustling all over the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. She's done a good job of just being Charlie Hustle, if you will, and getting the loose balls.
Charlotte Hustle. Charlotte Hustle.
Okay, we'll go with that. And just very impressed with her. She's done a good job of tracking down loose balls and forcing some turnovers on defense for the Lady Knights. But it's a tied ball game. As bad as the Lady Hornets played to start the game, they're right in it.
Yeah, they're hanging on and doing a good job. Here, 18-18, the score. Don't forget, right after this game will be the boys' game with a couple kids missing from the boys' team, as we'll have a lot of the senior guys are up playing or preparing for the All-Star game for football. So Westfield, as you know, with a powerhouse football team, is missing a couple of their starters here tonight. Won't see Giles, won't see Gavin, won't see Ryan. I'm trying to think of some others as well.
Reagan Waller.
Yeah, Reagan as well.
I think that might be all.
Yes, but those are some key players. John Bard will be out there. We see him. So he's going to be somebody they really are going to focus on going forward.
Marquise Watkins will be in the game tonight.
And then they got another player that just transferred in, and Paul Fitzgerald. And he is a senior forward, and it'll be interesting to see how he adds to the mix of this team, and Westfield will sorely need him, especially here tonight. But player I noticed in the box score of the game against Crisp, when they defeated them by 30 points, was Connor Doles. Really made a name for himself there. Scored double digits in points, so we've known he's had the size, and now he's working down low and doing a good job. So Westfield here, though, at the girls' game, tied 18-18 with the Frederica Lady Knights. We'll take a quick break and come back with more. You're listening to the Perry Ford Halftime Show here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
When you are lost in a new area, you stop and ask a local. Likewise, when you are searching for a one-of-a-kind employee to support your business, you ask a staffing local who knows the community. We're Spherion, a 65-year-old workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Michael and Kim Chalmers and their team know the Middle Georgia area better than anyone. More than a business, this is our home, and we're on a first-name basis with the skilled administrative, hospitality, light industrial, call center, and professional talent who live in our community. Gain a local hiring advantage. Call Spherion at 648-956-1700 or find us on Facebook at Spherion Middle Georgia. Spherion would like to wish the Westfield Hornets a successful 2015 season.
Spillers Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you are an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
Welcome back to the Planters First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Hornets Nest, where the Westfield Lady Hornets and the Frederica Lady Knights tied at 18 in this out-of-region contest here at halftime. And Westfield Lady Hornets coming in at 1-2 here into this matchup, and had some struggles early on the offensive side of things, but they did a pretty good job on defense, keeping themselves in it. And here they are, tied up 18 apiece right now between them and the Lady Frederica Knights. So here it is, almost set to come back from halftime. You got the Frederica Knights down there warming up, and I'm looking at them. They got some pretty good size on them, so it'll be interesting to see how things will look in the boys' game, especially with a lot of the Westfield players out playing in the All-Star game for football. I believe that's up at Mercer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
So Westfield annually has a lot of kids get up there and get a chance to play in that. But here it is with Westfield about a minute away. So why don't we take one more quick break and come back for the second half right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Jared Brennan here at Perry Ford.
And we're here to give you some very simple advice.
Number one, Perry Ford has 0% financing on all new 2015 models.
That's right, the entire Ford product line. 0% APR for up to 72 months.
Number two, Perry Ford is having a huge summer blowout on all pre-owned vehicles, from Range Rovers to Jeeps.
So why go anywhere else? Come to Perry Ford for some full experience.
Welcome back to the Planters First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here to second half action between the Lady Knights and the Lady Hornets. And bringing the ball up the floor, Brooke Byrne. She'll give it off over to Malden. Aubrey Malden dribbles here near side. Malden bounce pass over to Piper O'Quinn. Quinn too strong on the jumper. Rebound comes down to Gracie Duggan. Jackie Bard now with the basketball for the Lady Hornets. Gives it off to Ledford. Ledford back over to Bard. They swing it far side, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of Unique Tuberville. A little too strong on that pass. And Westfield turns it over, back over to Frederica. Here in this game, tied 18 apiece. Just 30 seconds into the third quarter. Now Bourne swings it to Hott. Hott back over to Bourne. Bourne driving to the right side. He's going to pull up the elbow. Too short. Rebound goes to Malden. Back up overhead and in for two. So they take the lead here, 20-18. Over the Lady Hornets. They continue their press, and they give it over to Tuberville. Tuberville driving. Gets to the baseline. Pulls up. Swings it out. Now Jackie Bard is going to set it back up. Set up the offense. Bard near side to Ledford. Ledford bounce pass. Tip and stolen away into the hands of Sims O'Quinn. Gives it off to Brooke Bourne. Now Piper O'Quinn on the far side. Tries to dump it down. It's stolen away, but Westfield, they have it thrown back. Almost backcourt violation. And now they give it over to Piper O'Quinn. O'Quinn. Timeout called here on the near side from Frederica. So we'll stay here as Westfield is trailing by 2 points to the Frederica Lady Knights with 6:39 to go in the third quarter. It's 20-18. As basketball going on all across the country now here in early December. It's crazy how quickly things move from football to basketball. A lot of these athletes, especially here in the private school ranks, don't have a lot of time to really relax. It goes from one game to the next and moves right in. These Lady Hornets, some of them fresh off being managers in the football team, have transitioned right here to the hardwood. So 6:39 to go, third quarter. 2-point lead for Frederica. Looking to inbound the basketball. They give it off to O'Quinn. O'Quinn at the free throw line. Goes over here near side to Malden. Malden drives, and she is fouled. And that looks to go on Camille Ledford. Ledford with a foul. It's on the floor, so it will not be a shooting foul. And Bourne trying to inbound the basketball. Gets it down low. It's tipped up. Hott gets it and puts it in for two. So Maggie Hott gives Frederica a 4-point lead as they continue their press. And Westfield struggling with that. Now they finally break it. It's 3-on-1. Gives it off to Tolbert. Tolbert too strong, but a foul is called on the shot as Tolbert trying to get there, and the foul will go on Brooke Bourne, and it'll be two shots for Molly Tolbert. Tolbert, the junior forward, got a good bit of playing time last year as a sophomore, and here she is playing some valuable minutes here as a starter, and she banks in the first free throw to bring the lead down to 3. Crowd getting a little thicker there on the home side of things for the Westfield crew.
Her shot is up and good. No, it's not.
Nope, off the back iron. Rebound goes to Tuberville. She misses. Rebound to Duggan, and she puts it back in. And it's 22-21. Westfield down by 1. It's a good possession there from Westfield, and a little three-pointer. Air ball, no good. Brooke Bourne was short on that one.
So only down 1 are the Hornets. And again, we're kind of cutting in and out here. We're going to have to try to get some technical difficulties secured here. But we're working on it. And ball pass thrown away here right in front of us by Camille Ledford.
And they're going to bring in Mary Stevens-Hayes to replace Camille Ledford.
Shot is up and good. And that was a three-pointer right there.
Yeah, Brooke Bourne had a good shot all night. Knocks that down.
Almost a travel as Tuberville finally gets it for the Hornets. Passes it over to Tolbert. Back out to Bard, and her shot is up and good. So Westfield cuts the lead to 2. Hornets doing a better job here in transition against this tough press from the Lady Knights. Bourne going to try to back down and spin around. Gets it over to Malden. Over to Hott. Her shot is up and bounces off the back of the iron and in.
She's a good player. She's definitely been the best player so far here tonight.
That ball is thrown away right there. And Duggan tries to corral it. Just cannot come up with it for the Lady Hornets.
5:22 left in this third quarter.
27-23 your score as the Lady Hornets trail after being tied at halftime. Malden's shot is off the mark, but she gets her own rebound, passes it back out to Bourne, and Bourne going to set things up here for the Lady Knights. Malden drives right wing. And Duggan comes away with a steal. Has the ball tipped away by O'Quinn. O'Quinn saves it, and it looks like Bourne's going to come up with it.
Right now, Frederica is just out hustling Westfield.
Bourne over to O'Quinn. O'Quinn almost walked with it. Gets it over to Hott, over to Malden. Malden's three-point shot is up. No good, off the mark. And it's going to hit off of Tuberville out of bounds. Good call right there. The referee was right on the spot. So the Lady Knights will have the basketball out 27-23 here with 4:44 to go as Hayes continues her good play and steals the basketball away there on that inbounds play. Winter Williams bringing the basketball up over to Bard. Inside to Gilbert. Gilbert drives, and they're going to call a foul there. A little bit of body contact inside on Hott. And a good job right there by Gilbert inside.
Yeah, good job there by Gilbert getting down low, and they're actually going to call that on the floor. So 27-23, they inbound the basketball over to Winter Williams, and now they get a shot from Bard. Williams comes up the rebound.
Good shot by Williams, and it kind of clangs around and finally goes in. So a 2-point game after the good rebound inside by the Hornets.
So 2-point ball game.
Basketball fumbled away. Winter Williams finally comes away with it. Tuberville ahead to Bard. Bard dribbles, has it blocked and then stolen by Malden. Malden goes up for the layup, and it's good. Extends the lead back out to 4, 29-25 for the Lady Knights.
Malden again using her athleticism, get down the court, blocking it on one end, goes back the other way and gets the score.
Inside to Tuberville. Looked like she had the ball knocked away. She tried to sidestep hot on the inside, and it looks like Bourne's going to come in for Malden. Hayes going to take the ball out on the left side of your screen. Gets it over to Williams. Her shot is up. No good. But Jackie Barr going to knock the ball back in as Bourne comes away with it for the Lady Knights. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Westfield trails by 4. O'Quinn with it left wing. Gets it back over to Derrick. Derrick over to O'Quinn and over to Bourne. Bourne gets it inside to the other O'Quinn. She's going to throw it over to Hot. Hot block. And Tuberville comes away with it. Tuberville drives. And she's fouled on the way inside by Riley Derrick, number 3. She'll go to the line for a chance at 2.
I tell you what,
we're going to call it on the floor.
That's crazy. Coach Champion, you can tell he's a little frustrated. But, you know, those things happen. And Westfield, you know, they're not playing too well, but they're hanging tight.
Jackie Bard's shot is up and good. Nothing but net. So 29-27 your score, and Jackie Bard is kind of keeping Westfield close.
Yeah, she's going to have to be somebody they're going to have to depend on, and she's got the ability to hit the big shot when needed, and she did it right there.
Ooh, Bourne looked like she walked on the play, but she's able to hold her pivot foot, and she gets the basketball back at the top of the key, looking to do something with it. Trying to get it to somebody, anybody helping. Finally over to O'Quinn. O'Quinn drives back out to Bourne, and Bourne is going to try to reset things here for the Lady Knights. She's driving in on Tuberville, throws it inside. Good defense right there by Winter Williams, and the ball goes off at number 4, Sims O'Quinn's hand, and Westfield will gain possession.
Good job there by Westfield, turning up the intensity on defense, forcing that turnover.
Jackie Barr gets the basketball, and it is picked off by Malden, and you can tell Malden is a lot of what the Lady Knights have, and every time she goes out, they're really looking to get her back in the game. As Williams has the basketball, going to throw it ahead to Gilbert. Gilbert drives, puts the shot up, has it blocked. Tuberville gets it. She tries to force her way up to the basket, and her shot is off the mark. Rebound down to the Knights. Malden dribbling her way all the way down court, has the ball blocked by Bard, and they're going to call a foul on Jackie Bard.
Yeah, Westfield, I tell you what, they're letting Unique, I mean, I know Unique's powerful, but she is getting bounced around down on the offensive side pretty good, and the refs are just kind of letting it go. And then down here on the near side, they're a little more cautious on their calls.
Malden's shot is up and no good off the front iron. So still a 2-point game, 29-27 your score with 1:41 to go here.
In the third quarter.
Second shot is up and good. So a 3-point game here, 30-27.
Williams here with the basketball in the corner. Tipped and stolen away.
Bourne getting her hands up, knocking the ball away. She drives inside. Her shot is up and good, and now it's a 5-point lead for the Lady Knights. Passing all the way across court. Gilbert loses it out. It's going to be kicked away by O'Quinn, and Westfield's going to retain possession with 1:24 to go here, 32-27. As Jackie Bard has the ball at the top of the key. She drives inside, going to shoot. Her shot is up and good, and she cuts it to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Jackie continues to have the shot here in this second half and keeping Westfield in this game by 3 points.
As Hot has it, gets it back out to O'Quinn. O'Quinn over to Malden. Malden out to Bourne, and her shot is way off the mark with 49.6 seconds to go in the third quarter.
They're going to bring in Camille Ledford to give Jackie a breather here as we're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Hornets trail by 3. Lady Hornets trail by 3.
Hayes gets it into Tuberville. She drives ahead, throws it ahead to Gilbert. Gilbert was pushed a little bit. Gets it back out to Tuberville. Tuberville going to drive. Her shot is up and no good, but they're going to call a foul as she was blocked on the way up. But they're going to get Sims O'Quinn with a foul, and Tuberville going to go to the line.
Yeah, she raked her across the elbow there on the shot. Good job by Tuberville getting in there and having to be forceful and make a play.
With 38.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter, Westfield trails by 3. Your score 32-29. And her first shot is up and good. Excuse me. Going out will be Gilbert. Coming in will be Tolbert. So here's the second shot for Tuberville. Her second one is up and good, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, Westfield, as I've said, it hasn't been the prettiest of games for them, but they continue to just hang around here, and they trail just by 1 point as we're wrapping up the third quarter.
Third quarter brought to you by Mike's Golf Carts as Malden tries to pass it inside. Good defense right there by Winter Williams. She comes away, and the ball is just everywhere. Finally, Westfield gets it. Duggan is going to shoot a 3. It's up and no good. Rebound down to the Lady Knights. And the Lady Knights get kind of out of sorts here.
Oh!
Finally, the pass is down to Malden. Her shot is up and good, though, with 4 seconds to go. And it's out to a 3-point lead. That's going to end the third quarter. So at the end of 3, Westfield trails 34-31. We'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the game. You're listening to Hornet Basketball here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
Welcome back to the Planners First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Hornets Nest, where the Westfield Hornets trail 34-31 as we head to the fourth quarter to the Frederica Lady Knights. And Brett, really, Westfield doing all they can to hang tough. But this Frederica team, they're, especially with Aubrey Malden, they're really tough to handle.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over the court. They're pressing the entire game, and that's tough. But Westfield's going to have to try to find a way to hold on to the basketball. When they haven't turned it over, it's been fine. But it's just the turnovers that are leading to a lot of their problems, as Hayes has it here on the right wing. And she's going to get it back out to Williams to reset things. It's Malden again in the passing lane. And Westfield has just got to come up with something here with Tuberville out of the game.
Yeah, you got to give her some rest and have her ready to go for the stretch. But at the same time, you got to maintain the score at the very least.
Duggan's shot is up and no good off the mark. Rebound down to Bourne. And Bourne going to drive all the way in. Her shot is up and good, and Westfield trails by 5 yet again, 36-31.
Yeah, between Bourne and Malden, they are not afraid of contact, and some of the Lady Hornets try to kind of do the old A at times, and they allow Bourne right to the basket there.
Inside to Duggan. Duggan over to Bard, out to Hayes. Her shot is up, no good. A little too
flat
line drive, and Malden dribbles, uses that offhand to clear Hayes. Finally has it stolen away, and Bard throws it off Malden's hands. Malden is all over the court here tonight.
Yeah, she's going to sleep well. I think they got to go down to Albany either tonight or tomorrow, and after a long drive, she probably did have some reserve energy, though, built up.
Tuberville comes back in the game. She's going to drive right baseline.
Left hand.
Yeah, they missed the grab right there by Hott, and she cleared her on the right baseline, and they could not see the hand grab her and kind of turn her shoulder, and the ball on the jump ball is turned over to the Lady Knights.
Yeah, they got Malden running the point, moving down to forward. She's doing everything, really. There she is down to forward now.
So O'Quinn at the top of the key. They're just running a lot of motion offense. As Bourne has it left wing, gets it back out to Malden. Malden all the way across to O'Quinn. O'Quinn out to her sister and back over to O'Quinn. Right elbow, Bourne. Bourne back out to O'Quinn on right wing. They might just be content with kind of holding on to the lead here and looking for the best shot they can get.
There's no shot clock, so you got it all day.
As Jackie Bard guarding Malden close. Inside to O'Quinn. Good defense right there by Gracie Duggan, and they're going to call her out.
On the line.
Yeah, this is where the shot clock really makes the difference.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a lead, yeah, you just swing it around the entire three-point line for 5 minutes if you wanted to.
That's into Bourne. Rebound down to Tuberville. And they're going to call a foul, I guess.
Yep, it's going to go on Unique.
Wow. Looked like Unique had it, and then O'Quinn kind of slid in up underneath her after she got possession and took it away from her.
Yeah, Jackie ripped it away afterwards. Definitely, you could tell she's twins with John.
And they're going to call a foul from behind on Winter Williams.
I think that was on, actually, I believe, yeah, it was on Winter Williams. I thought she got ball from behind.
It's just one of those things, if you come over top like that, they're going to call it 9 out of 10 times, especially at this level. Shot is up, no good on the free throw. Shot is up and no good. And the ball is knocked away by number 15, Hott. So Westfield going to get possession back here as Hayes has it. Trying to find somewhere to throw it. Gets it to Tuberville. Tuberville dribbles up. Passes it over to Bard. Bard out to Hayes. Over to Williams. Williams inside to Duggan. Duggan's going to shoot, turn around, and be fouled on her way up.
Yeah, Hott got a piece over there, so she'll go to the line. That will be a shooting foul. So Westfield's got a chance to get back within 3 points. They trail by 5 here with 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter.
So Gracie Duggan has a chance to cut it to 3 here as she misses the front end, so she's only going to be able to cut it to 4 if she can connect on this second. 5:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Hornets trail the Frederica Knights by 5. Shot is up and good. So 36-32 your score. Lady Knights on top of the Lady Hornets. Malden.
Yep, just taking the timeout. Got dribbled to the corner and took a timeout.
So we're going to take a timeout with them. Listen to Hornet basketball here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Planters First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm just telling you.
Welcome back to the Hornets Nest here, where Westfield trails 36-32 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Westfield boys will take on the Frederica Knights following this game. We'll take probably about a 10-minute break before that one gets started.
Yeah, because they'll get things started here quickly.
Yeah, but these guys have to go down to Albany tomorrow to take on the Deerfield Windsor Knights, who came up short in their bid for a state championship last Saturday against Valwood in the
football.
Yeah, football. So some of those guys probably be participating in the All-Stars.
As the ball stolen away by Jackie Bard. Good job. Gets it over to Duggan. Over to Hayes. Hayes inside. Her shot is up and good. And it's going to be a 2-point deficit here for the Lady Hornets.
Good job by Jackie on the defensive end, and then Mary Stevens-Hayes to finish off the play.
Shot up and good there for Bourne, and she gets the lead back to 38-34.
I can't get over how Frederica has been able to play this press and not get tired this whole game.
Shot is up, no good, off the right rim there from Duggan with 5 minutes to go here in the game. Westfield trails by 4. Inside the hot, her shot is up and good, and the lead is now 6 for the Lady Knights.
Yeah. Frederica, for every punch Westfield delivers, Frederica comes right back with another. And there's Malden again with a steal.
And her pass over to Bourne. Shot is up and good, and it's really taking a toll here on the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, they're going to have to burn a timeout.
It's 42-34, and the Lady Hornets trail by 8 as they had cut it to 2, and then it just ballooned on them again.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. I mean, that's what defensive pressure can do to you. It can turn into a lot of transition buckets, and Westfield really starting to look tired and gassed here as this press is really getting to them in this halfway point of the fourth quarter. And you really, I personally, I always think that it's going to wear down the defensive team, but it actually has not. They've maintained their intensity, has Frederica.
You look at Frederica, they only have 8 players, so it's not like they're rotating a lot of bodies in.
Right. So they're doing a tremendous job, and I can't get over how Aubrey Malden has just been all over the floor on the defensive and offensive side of things, making a name for herself, as well as another game, or well-played game here from Brooke Bourne. Those two have really been a force on the offensive side of things. Hott has also helped out defensively, and then the O'Quinn sisters. So this Frederica team will make some noise in their region, but they got a tough region to be in with the Bullock Academy Lady Gators, the defending state champs, and then you got Pinewood. So you got some teams that are going to be tough to contend with, but from what I see, they should definitely hang around at the very least.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and Westfield just trying to get their footing here in the early part of the year, and they've got to learn how to not turn the basketball over. It's tough. As Jackie Bard falls down on the inbounds play, she gets it at Tuberville, who dribbles up. Going to give it she's going to keep it herself. The shot is off the mark and rebound down. They're going to call it jump ball. It's going to stay with Westfield as Tolbert came down with the basketball, tied up there, I think, with Bourne on the inside.
Yeah, Molly's done a pretty good job on the rebounding side of things. And right there, Westfield maintains possession as a result.
Tuberville going to shoot a 3. Her shot is up and good.
Nice.
And she cuts the deficit there for Westfield to 5. And Malden going to probably just run some clock here, up 5, 42-37 with only 4:12 to go. And her and Bourne are probably going to play a little bit of two-man basketball. She gets it inside and gets the shot up, and it's good, and what do I know?
Yeah, good call there. Dumped it right into Malden, and good job, and they continue the press.
Winter Williams has the ball knocked away there by Bourne, and Tuberville wisely doesn't touch it, lets it go out of bounds. And Hayes going to take it out here for the Lady Hornets.
Only 3:54 left here in this game. Westfield now trails by 7.
Hayes gets it in. Over to Bard. Bard trying to find somewhere to go with it. Williams going to drive inside.
Oh.
And they're going to call a blocking foul. It looks like Bourne's down on the deck. So Westfield going to have it. It's going to be called on the floor. So Westfield takes it out again in a very familiar spot for Mary Stevens-Hayes.
Yeah.
Ball over to Winter Williams.
Oh, boy. Yep, backcourt violation.
And that's going to be a backcourt violation as the ball got away there from Jackie Bard.
Well, that was Molly.
Or was that Molly Tolbert?
Molly Tolbert. Hit off her foot, right off the toe of her shoe. And that forced that to be a turnover.
As Malden drives inside, her shot is off the mark. They're going to call a blocking foul on Tuberville. So Malden will go to the line. She looked a little out of control right there.
Yeah, she kind of went in. And Westfield had two defenders there firmly planted. But, one thing they don't have in the high school ranks is that the arc underneath the basket where you can stand. So it's kind of a judgment call by the refs. And, man, that was a rainmaker there.
As that ball rims out, 44-37 your score with 3:37 to go here in the game. Westfield trails by 7. And Malden, her shot is up and good on the second attempt. So 45-37 your score.
Westfield's got to turn around here, and that's not the way to do it.
As that ball is turned over by Hayes. And Malden can just eat some clock here. 3:30 to go. Malden into Sims O'Quinn. Shot is off the mark. Hot shot is up. No good. And that ball's tied up. Again, it's going to stay with Frederica as O'Quinn and Winter Williams are tied up there in the middle.
Well, we got the O'Quinn sisters' mom up here, and, she could go down there and play with them. She looks about the same age and exactly, all three of you can tell where they get their toughness. The mom's very much into the game, and the two sisters are really, really tough down low.
Malden passes it over to O'Quinn. Back out to Malden. She's going to drive with the left hand. She's going to be body checked there by Jackie Bard. A little hand check. And it's going to be taken out underneath the basket. I'm surprised that they're not in the bonus by now, but Westfield's in the bonus. But
yeah, it's kind of surprising because it does seem to kind of go on the other way. But if you're Frederica right now, just continue to run the clock. And I think that's kind of what they're doing.
O'Quinn shot is up and good. So a 10-point deficit, and the ball is thrown away yet again. Westfield kicks the ball around. Almost stolen. It's going to go out off of Malton. No, they're going to say it goes off of Westfield.
It did.
Did it?
Yeah, it went off the foot of a Westfield player, and it's sloppy right now. The ball is just rolling all over the court. And one of the O'Quinn sisters there, she made that shot from an impossible angle, a bank shot, looked over to her bench and just laughed. Kind of like, you got to kid me. Man.
And a three-point shot there by Bourne gets it to 50-37, 13-point lead here for the Lady Knights. A little hand check right there by Bourne. And so Tolbert will go to the line. Gilbert will go to the line here.
1-1
for the Hornets. The Hornets are in the bonus.
Yeah, there's only 2 minutes and 42 seconds in this. Westfield got a pretty steep hill to climb here as they trail by 13 points. Hats off to the Lady Knights. They've really turned up the pressure here in this second half, especially in the fourth quarter.
Shot is up and good by Gilbert. 50-38 your score. Hornets going to have to do a lot as that shot is off the mark and rebound down to Bourne. A 12-point deficit here with 2:40 to go. As we had said earlier, Westfield had been in the game pretty much throughout. In fact, had an early lead in the second quarter. As Mary Stevens-Hayes almost comes away with it. Finally, they get it back out to Malden and do the Lady Knights. Malden's going to take a three-point shot, and it's up, and no, they're going to say it's a two, and it's going to be 52-38. Winter Williams has it. 14-point deficit. Gilbert, and they're going to call a walk on Gilbert as she took a couple steps before dribbling with 2:12 to go. The Lady Knights get the benefit of the turnover, and they're going to have possession here on top by 14.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors again here, especially Calm South and Brandon Outfitters. Try to get some stats for you from the best we can, working this new stat program. Kind of our preseason for basketball.
Yeah, you ain't kidding about that. It's been a little bit of everything here with the technical difficulties, but we'll get everything ironed out. As Tuberville comes down with the basketball on the rebound, she's going to drive. Her shot is off the mark. Rebound down to Gilbert. Her shot is off the mark. Rebound back down to Gilbert. She's fouled on the way up, and she'll go to the line after the miss from point-blank range, but nonetheless she'll have a chance to cut it to 12 points. here on the deficit. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go here in the game. Looks like going to have a little bit of a conference. Don't know if there was a timeout or what was going on. I think Adam's just going to throw the phone out on the court because he can't keep up here.
And Frederica's going to take a timeout, I believe.
Okay, so we'll take a quick break with them. Westfield trails by 14. You're listening to Hornet basketball here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
When you are lost in a new area, you stop and ask a local. Likewise, when you are searching for a one-of-a-kind employee to support your business, you ask a staffing local who knows the community. We're Spherion, a 65-year-old workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Michael and Kim Chalmers and their team know the Middle Georgia area better than anyone. More than a business, this is our home, and we're on a first-name basis with the skilled administrative, hospitality, light industrial, call center, and professional talent who live in our community. Gain a local hiring advantage. Call Spherion at 478-956-1700 or find us on Facebook at Spherion Middle Georgia. Spherion would like to wish the Westfield Hornets a successful 2015 season.
Welcome back to the Planters First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here inside the Hornets Nest. As you see Coach Thomas Craig there.
Making his appearance.
He's making his appearance. It's kind of like Elvis, right?
That's right. Thomas Craig has left the bleachers.
1 minute, 45 seconds to go here. 52-38 your score.
Westfield got an uphill battle here.
Gilbert's shot is up and good. That'll help.
It's a good first start.
Gilbert seconds on the way here, and it's up and no good. And rebound down to O'Quinn. Hayes going to pressure the basketball and going to cause a tie-up. It's going to stay with the Lady Hornets. 52-39 your score. With a minute 39 to go in the game, the Hornets trail by 13.
Those O'Quinn sisters have been in probably about 10 tie-ups, it seems, today.
Westfield probably going to have to start thinking about some three-pointers here. Inside to Hayes. Her shot is up and good.
Oh, and down goes Jackie.
Uh-oh.
She's okay. She just tripped backing up.
Malden has the basketball. I tell you what, if I'm Frederica, I just hold the ball. You're up 11. Why force it? Malden dribbling in. She's going to throw it over to O'Quinn. Her shot is up, no good. And they're giving the basketball back down to Westfield here by shooting the ball. Right through two players' legs over to Malden. And Bourne finally gets it with 54 seconds to go here in the game. And it looks like Westfield probably going to go to 1 and 3. Tuberville trying to steal it away as Frederica going to call a timeout. We'll stay here with 48.1 to go here with an 11-point lead for the Knights. Frederica extended their lead there at the beginning of the fourth quarter, Kenny, and I think the Hornets got it down to 2, and then it just ballooned quickly.
Yeah, it didn't take long, and it was all because of their defensive pressure. They'd had it dialed up all night long, and as the game progressed, Westfield really could not figure out how to break it and starting to wear down. And Frederica, with only 8 players and traveling a good ways, has really shown to have more stamina here going forward.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And Westfield has done a good job to stay in it, but just has struggled breaking the press. And Malden can go in for a free layup if she wants, but she's going to hang on the basketball. Jackie Barr going to foul her, send her to the line as both teams are in the bonus. So 42-41 your score with 45 seconds to go.
And don't forget, after this game, we'll have our Bill and Laura Amos post-game show. We'll present our player of the game, brought to you by Paul and Casey Elmore, as well as our play of the game, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In.
That shot is up and good and pushes it back out to a 12-point deficit for the Lady Knights. 53-41 your score, 45 seconds to go here in the game. The second is up. It's a moonshot, rims out down to Winter Williams. He's got to make up 12 and 40. Shot is up, no good. Rebound down to Tuberville. She goes up, her shot is no good, but she is fouled on the way up with 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, Tuberville did a good job following her own miss, getting in there, and now got a chance to put 2 on the board with the clock stopped. And for Westfield, that is really all you can ask for right now. You've got to get points, as many as you can, with the clock stopped.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that Coach Champion's probably going to take away from this is, hey, I got to get my girls some work in on the press. They're probably going to try to run that a little bit more in practice as that rims out, because that's really been the difference in the game, to be honest.
Yep.
The Lady Knights' ability to press and turn over Westfield. If not for that, Westfield probably be up in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they had a slow start and a slow finish. The middle was not bad, but they're going to have to preach the beginning and the end.
As it's an 11-point game, 53-42 with under 30 to go. Westfield will drop to 1-3 as there's a foul there, sending Malden to the line with 27.2 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Lady Knights will travel down to Deerfield, Windsor tomorrow, as you said earlier. So they'll make it a weekend affair. And the Lady Hornets, I'm not sure when they play again, but we will post that to the website. I know there's been some trouble with the technical difficulties or whatnot, but try to get all that stuff ironed out by the next game. So Malden, her first shot is up and no good. Rebound down to Winter Williams, 25. Over to Tuberville. Got to get a shot here, ladies. Her shot is up, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds with 15.6 to go in the game. And I think Coach Champion going to try to pressure the ball and see what can happen, but it's going to go all for naught as the Hornets will lose this game by 11. As Malden going to hold it, dribble it out here with 3 seconds to go. And your ball game will end here as Westfield is defeated here tonight, 53-42. We'll take a quick break and be back with the post-game show. You're listening to Hornet Basketball here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Spiller's Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you are an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel from football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate. Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547. The Westfield School, ready for college, ready for life.
Welcome back to the Planners First Round Ball Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
With all of your game stats, impact players, and analysis of the game, welcome into the MidGASports.net postgame show, presented by Bill and Laura Amos, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics.
Welcome back into the Hornets Nest to the Bill and Laura Amos postgame show. We'll kick it over to Kenny for some ComSouth stat update.
And for the Frederica Academy Lady Knights, the leading scorer here for them is Aubrey Malden. She had 20 points. Brooke Bourne had 17, 6 for Maggie Holt, and let's see, 2 for Piper O'Quinn. And for Westfield, we're going to go with Unique Tuberville with 11 points here for the Lady Hornets. 6 points for Jackie Bard, a couple for some Molly Tolbert, and a good night for Mary Stevens Hayes, who had 8 points. So those are ComSouth stats, brought to you by ComSouth. Telecommunications. So Westfield loses here tonight. 53-42 is your final. And our Kate Paul and Casey Elmore player of the game will be Unique Tuberville, who had a great night, led the team in scoring, did a good job on the glass, played some defense, but unfortunately couldn't get the team over the hump as they lose here 53-42. Our Sonic drive-in play of the game. It's a tough one, Brett. I think maybe we go with the three-pointer for
Tuberville hit one, didn't she?
Yes. So we'll go with Unique Tuberville with our Sonic drive-in play of the game, the three-pointer, as Westfield falls in defeat here. 53-42 is your final. Frederica Lady Knights over the Westfield Lady Hornets. We'll take a quick break. It'll be about 10 minutes. We'll try to get everything back up and going and be back with more. Even listen to Lady Hornet basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel. From football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate, Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547. The Westfield School, ready for college, ready for life.